Are we recording already?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Nobody told me anything.
I told you just now.
I was stirring the macaroni.
Hey, go grab me a beer.
No.
I was stirring the macaroni.
Ew. Ew to that sound.
That's got it. Hey everyone, welcome to the next edition of Nerds of the Round. Of course, I'm Bryan.
I'm David.
I'm Josh.
I'm Matt.
And Lance is not with us today. Had a recent surgery, so we send him best wishes and get well soon. And hopefully we'll have him back, if not the next episode, the episode after. But we're not gonna push it, let him just recover, and we'll see him real soon. So of course, this is Nerds of the Round, where we take your topics, these guys in here, and we answer them to the best of our ability, and hopefully satisfy your quest for knowledge. So let's go ahead and get started. Apologize in advance for the hiatus. We just had Father's Day and basketball playoffs. Everything just kind of got mixed up in schedules. So, but we're back. And also, side note, I will be, hopefully some of you guys will be able to come with me too. I will have a table at the Ekman's Toy Show in New Braunfels on July 12th and 13th. So if you want to come out and say hello, take a picture, whatever. I might give away a few pieces of art that you may see. I'm not 100% sure, but at least come by and say hi. I think that'd be really cool. Spread the word, that kind of thing. But yeah, let's get started. So I will start.
That one.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's a bad one.
Oh.
I think we did this one last time.
What was it?
It was
Doesn't
the
matter.
console wars.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got stuck back in there. Woo! I wanted to hit the camera. I wanted to hit the
I
camera.
know, right?
Okay. Okay, so... Well, we can still kind of do this one, because it's going to kind of bleeds into E3.
Yeah.
There were a lot of early announcements pre-E3.
Mm-hmm.
We already knew Smash. We already knew that there was going to be Halo 5. We already knew about Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity.
Okay.
Do you feel that...
What was the question?
Well, I'm getting to
Oh,
it.
okay.
we
It's a
knew
build-up.
before E3, we knew all of those things, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the E3 wad was blown early?
No,
do you
not
feel
at all.
like
Nah.
those
Not at
with
all.
those kind of AAA titles or whatever, it made room for those under the radar games,
Yeah.
and that's cool. I mean, everybody wants to have their own indie scene, but so you feel like even with the announcements pre-E3, E3 was still pretty strong?
Not at all. I was actually super surprised. Well, lately I've been getting more casual as far as my gaming goes. And the indie game market that they announced this year at E3 was phenomenal. No Man's Sky looked amazing. Cuphead looks pretty awesome too.
Oh yeah, Cuphead.
Sunset Overdrive, had no idea about that game. That game looks amazing. What was it, Dying Light? Was it Dying Light?
Yeah.
That game looks phenomenal as well. Also with the new teaser for Mirror's Edge 2, which I'm excited for. It sounds great. And then with Nintendo's conference, I didn't see any of that stuff coming, and it just blew it out of the water. So by no means do I think anything was spoiled or let out early for
And even if
Nintendo.
it was, I think what they showed at E3, Far Cry 4 was announced prior to E3, but E3, what they showed was really impressive. So, yeah, I don't really think it hurt it.
You think they...
Battle Cry as well was the other one I was trying to think of.
They gave themselves more time for meat and potatoes
I think so.
than just the announcements themselves?
Well, I think it's more along the lines that they gave us something to look forward to, to drive viewers to go to their conferences, but it's that wasn't the reason to have them to stay. Yeah. So it's you went for the Halos and the not Mass Effect, Assassin's Creed, but you stayed
Which we
for
got
everything
anyway
else.
was Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you stayed for everything else.
Yeah.
So
See, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Like, on one hand, yeah, I understand. Like, they announced a lot of the big titles so that people would watch their videos on it and stuff. But the problem is, like, I look forward to the surprises during E3. Like, that's what E3, like, to me is always just about, like,
It's half Christmas.
Yeah, it's like Christmas.
It's totally
for
half
gamers.
Christmas. Like, it's gamers half Christmas. Like, because we're like, ah.
Yeah, and that's like, that's like when you were a kid and you spoiled your Christmas presents early. Like, it's the same thing. Like, oh, this is cool. I get it, but it's not as exciting as it would be if I was completely surprised by it.
And the build-up kind of can be a little bit underwhelming if you are like, oh, we got this game, and this game prior to E3. It's like, oh, then what are they going to show at E3? And then it's like, oh, it's just that stuff still.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's like,
And
oh,
it's the
it's
same
cool,
thing.
but it's like, where was the big one?
And the beef I had with the conferences, well, not necessarily all the conferences, but that we don't have anything to show you, but let me show you a documentary about how we're making this game. Like, I'm like...
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it'll be out maybe 2016.
If you're
It's
lucky.
like, that's another 2 E3s
It's just
from
like, don't
now.
even show it
Yeah,
at that
why
point. It's
bother?
like, mention it, but don't... Yeah,
And then the same thing with, like, the Mass
that's
Effect.
probably what made Nintendo's conference so good. Is
because they actually showed a lot of
we
good
kind of
stuff.
had like we hope for this stuff and this will be cool too, but they didn't really tell us what they were going to show.
I think Nintendo probably covered up through spring of next year, minus Zelda maybe pushed for a winter.
Who knows?
But you never know. Like, you never tell with Nintendo. But I think I think they really trimmed it in, while these other companies were like way out, 15, 16, like I was super stoked for Rainbow
Well, they
Six.
have to as well though, because I mean, especially with the big console war between Microsoft and Sony, they have to be like, hey, games are coming, buy our stuff, they're coming.
Yeah, but if
not like with Nintendo, they're more like, we need you to buy our shit now. So here's what's coming out real soon.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just, to me, it's like, I don't want to bother with 2016 because it's a title that probably won't be the same by then.
Yeah.
And so why even bother? And so I was kind of off put by that, but overall I thought it was a really good show all around. Everybody had really good things to say. I really liked the format, I guess, this year that I kind of watched it, because like we were watching it in here, and what we would do is I would just put Twitch on the TV. And we were just checking multiple schedules and be like, okay, who's showing what now? All right, I want to see that. Boom, we'll jump over. Or, okay, boom, we'll jump over here and watch this feed. So I liked how it was pretty much like being there, like in its own sense. Because you got to see what you wanted at that time. And you got really in-depth. We got to see the Evolve tournament, which was huge.
The Smash Brothers tournament was pretty cool, too.
Yes.
I missed it, unfortunately.
It was good.
But I heard the highlights and whatnot, so they were pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
That Evolve is going to be pretty intense.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I think the Left 4 Dead 2 guys.
Old school Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have fun with it.
Yeah.
So what was the question?
I don't know.
Oh, we were just talking about just E3 in general. Was E3 ruined by the AAA titles being announced early?
No, I don't think so.
But so the answer to your question is no. We were all still very excited.
I'm still very surprised.
Splatoon.
Dude,
Splatoon,
Splatoon
yeah.
was awesome.
I don't care what anyone says.
It actually
that
looks
one
really
cool.
cool. I thought it looked really dumb at first, but no, it's just pleasantly
Like for
surprised.
the first
We're right.
few seconds
Yeah,
of the
that's
video, I was like,
fine.
this is dumb.
Like,
And
here we
by
go,
the end of it, I was
Nintendo
like,
back
I'm
being
buying this.
gimmicky again. And it was like, oh, hey, alright.
So we got
Summer gaming.
Summer gaming. Well,
Like, what are we playing?
yeah. I mean,
Yes.
me
Anything
right now
on
is
Steam right now.
yeah. There's all the old stuff that's like $5 and less on
Yeah.
Steam. Like I've bought so many games on Steam this year or this summer. Like I've never bought that many.
Speaking
games.
of the Steam sale, going back to an old nerds, back when we were talking about games, obscure games that no one's ever heard of.
Psychonauts is
Yeah,
on there.
I
It's on
mentioned
there? How
Psychonauts.
much?
It's on Steam for $3.99 right now because of the sale.
I'm gonna have to go
Nice.
get it. I didn't see it on there.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played it and you guys want to play it on PC, $3.99. Sale ends tomorrow, so get on that.
I'm gonna promote a game that just came out on Thursday. It's freaking amazing. Shovel Knight. It's PC,
Dude,
Wii U.
yeah.
And I think it's later coming out on the other consoles, I believe. But PC and Wii U right now, fantastic. Side-scrolling. It has a mix of Mega Man elements, Mario elements, DuckTale elements, but
DuckTales.
yeah, like you have the. I mean, you can't pogo bounce like Scrooge can, but you have that down attack. But it's a fantastic game. Music is excellent. They have the soundtrack, which you can go on the website and buy for whatever you want to buy it for. Buy it for $1 or give them $5. It's up to you.
Super cool.
It's I've put about 6 or 7 hours into it, and I'm almost done. Going towards the last boss, I think, but it's definitely worth it. Summer gaming. If you have nothing else to play, download it. Really recommend it.
I got Don't Starve.
Yeah.
On the Steam sale. I haven't started yet, but I'm pretty excited to dive into it. And then what else? I got another indie game. Oh, I got one called To the Moon.
I was thinking about getting that.
It's more of like a novel, I guess, story-based kind of progression game. It's supposed to be like on the Miyazaki level of feels. Like it's supposed to be like really super powerful. And I was looking online. They said the soundtrack for it was really, really good too. So Steam has the bundle for like $5. You get the soundtrack and the game.
Okay.
So I was like, yoink. So I'll probably start that one too pretty soon. And it's a traditional looking Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3, open world kind of map
Over
and
the top,
level. Yeah.
Top view.
Kind of game. So that's definitely something I'll be finishing out this summer with. There's not a whole lot like I would say console-wise
I can't
or
think of
AAA
anything,
wise
honestly.
that's gonna hit this
A lot
summer.
of indie games released this summer, but that's the market that I like. So
I mean, if you count like Madden being August.
Yeah, it's
But,
on the tail end,
yeah.
I guess. More fall,
but then again, I mean, the consoles haven't had their boom yet, so like
Well,
this was the
summer's
beginning
always
of it,
kind of
so.
low for console releases. Anyways, I mean, you
Usually
every
fall.
now and then you'll get like the big one, like Red Dead Redemption came out during the summer,
Yeah.
which was a big hit. But yeah, during the summer is usually kind of a
Yeah,
lull.
I'll just be playing catch it pretty much. Like I'm finishing up Transistor still. I have Watch Dogs to finish still.
Yeah, Watch Dogs.
I actually have like some old
That's kind of summer.
360
Came out in
games to finish if I
Yeah.
can too.
Yeah.
So.
I'm playing State of Decay right now, which is pretty awesome open world survival horror zombie game, which plays in real time. That kind of reminds me of that game you guys like that I hate. The one with the time limit with zombies.
Dead Rising?
Yeah,
I
hate
hated
that
the first
game.
one.
Hate that game.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like
it
in the
reminds
third
me
one,
of it with
right?
the whole like how things happen in real time, but minus the time limit. So
Yeah.
that's actually a pretty good way to describe it. It's Dead
Dead Rising
Rising
without it?
without the time limit.
but delaying. You were talking about it earlier.
Yeah,
delaying your mission.
but the world still happens.